Hi there, students. A muzzle, or as a verb, to muzzle. Okay, the muzzle of an animal, particularly a dog, is the nose and mouth, the snout, if you like. Yeah? So, the dog rubbed his muzzle against my leg. Um, I rubbed the muzzle of the horse. Okay, so the mouth and nose. Now, a dog very often, well, not sometimes, wears a muzzle. Okay, it's a covering that you put over a dog's nose and mouth in order to prevent it biting. So, there are laws, certainly in the UK, that some types of dangerous dog must be muzzled. They must wear a muzzle when they go outside, so it's the covering. So very often I call this my muzzle. Well, it's a joke, but maybe it's a way of muzzling us. Okay, so to cover the nose and mouth. Now, metaphorically is how we use this word, to muzzle somebody, to stop them from talking, yeah, to gag them. So the new laws about secrecy are aimed at muzzling the press, stopping them from speaking, yeah, stopping them from expressing independent opinions. Freedom of speech means that we should be able to say what we want and not be muzzled by any laws. Okay? One more meaning of muzzle as well. The end of a gun, the barrel of a gun, is called the muzzle. So you could have the muzzle velocity of this rifle is, I don't know, 1,000 meters a second. Yeah, it could be. I could see the muzzle flashes from the enemy firing. Okay, so that's another meaning of the muzzle. But I think this word, to muzzle, you need to use it as a verb, meaning to prevent somebody from expressing their opinion, from speaking their mind, from speaking their thoughts. So he will do everything he can to muzzle his critics, yeah, to stop them from speaking and criticizing here. Yeah, it's like putting something over their mouth. Okay, so the muzzle, the face and nose of a dog or another animal. A muzzle, the thing that actually goes over it, and then to muzzle, to restrain or restrict. So yeah, governments are always trying to muzzle the press. Low prices muzzle competition. Okay, so here we're using it more generally to meaning to restrict. Attempts by the government to muzzle the massive increase in CO2 emissions. Okay, so to muzzle. Okay, so yes, to muzzle, to stop somebody from talking, to shut them up. So yes, okay, the wet weather put a muzzle on our high spirits. Okay, restrained, restricted, restrict the movement of. Yeah, the new laws were tried to muzzle the opposition. I would have loved to have muzzled him when he made some really nasty comments about me. And then the muzzle of a gun, a muzzle flash. Okay, so he complained that he had been muzzled by the chairman of the meeting, to suppress, to silence, yeah, to gag, to stifle, to censor. Okay, so don't muzzle him. Yeah, let him express himself freely. So to muzzle, to restrain somebody from speaking, expressing an opinion, or acting. They passed laws to prohibit the demonstration, to muzzle the movement. Okay, so to muzzle. Let's see, to muzzle is a regular verb. They muzzled the press. They have tried to muzzle the press on many occasions. How formal is this? I would give this a 5 in formality. Use it absolutely anywhere. And then as to origin, well, it probably comes from Latin through French. There's a modern French muzzle, meaning the muzzle of an animal, probably from missus in Latin, meaning the snout of something. So yeah, YouTube tried to muzzle anybody who says things that don't agree with their terms of service. Okay, so muzzle. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Muzzle.